Yes, everybody, how we all doing? Hope we're all good. Hope we're having a good day. Some news, people. Still not sold. Nobody. It's looking like that teams are starting to inquire about our players, but nothing's happening. I don't know if it's the wages or regarding Fabio Vieira with Stuttgart. I mean, I think he's on about £50,000 a week, so I don't know what's happening there. I think Stuttgart want to pay about 17 million, but I'm baffled about that because that's a player what was having a really good season with Porto, and you, it's baffling that Doak from Liverpool can go to Bournemouth for 25 million. So I, I don't know, people. I just don't know what's happening with this club with things like this. It's becoming an embarrassment. It really is. Eze going to Tottenham, getting very close, which any Arsenal fan says, well, we didn't really want Eze. Please don't lie. Every single Arsenal fan wanted this player to sign for us this summer. 100% guaranteed. Every player, every fan wanted Eze. And if you didn't, I mean, I either think you're lying or you're just protecting Mikel Arteta now that he's not gone and got him. So yeah, and they're looking at apparently our goal. And Mark Clattenburg, ex-Premier League referee, said should have been a goal. So PGMOL, for all these fans what keep saying, oh, it's always against Arsenal, it's always against Arsenal. Well, apparently, what Mikel Arteta, Mark Clattenburg has seen, it shouldn't have been a goal. So yeah, there's a bit to talk about. And what do we think, people? Is Martinelli done at this club? Because I think he has. I think he's had his time with us, and it's a massive shame because that's a player who I just wish would have become an Arsenal legend. And it's just not happening. He's done. He's done. And people, I've seen the typical people on Twitter, and I back Gabby. Gabby's my guy. Gabby will turn it round. They haven't got the first clue, people, about football. They've probably never even played football in their life, let alone watch it. These people are just protectors for Mikel Arteta. They're the ones what will just, glamorise everything. They know for a fact Martinelli is done at Arsenal Football Club. This is now the third season where it could be rubbish, 3 seasons in a row, and that ain't good enough. That's just not good enough. So I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know. I look at Man City and I just look and I think, my God, man, even Rodri's not playing yet this season. Reiner's looked absolutely class. They've got Gundogan as backup with experience. They've got Kovacic. They've got Nunes who can fill in that midfield role. He's played later for Wolverhampton. Then they've got Cherky. They've got Foden to come back in. They've got Marmoush. Then they've got Haaland. Look at Oscar Bob. Look at Oscar Bob. He looked fantastic. And he had a massive injury last season. And, I remember that game where Newcastle were playing City and Kevin De Bruyne actually came back that day and he lifted the ball over the top and Oscar Bob scored and won it against Newcastle. So they've kept on to him. They've kept him, and obviously James McAtee is the one what's gone to Nottingham Forest. So I just look and I just think we've got zero chance, people, of winning this Premier League. One, because Mikel Arteta's here and he's never going to get us over the line. And two, I look at our team and I just think it's not good enough. And when I think back to Sunday, I just looked and thought, I don't know. I don't know his body language, but it just looked like Gyökeres were thinking, I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting any service here whatsoever. So if we don't play to Gyökeres' strengths, my prediction's gone straight out at window, where I said he'll score 20 Premier League goals this season, which I have, and again, I'll always put my hands up to it if I'm wrong. And what I seen Sunday, if that don't change, I think I might be completely wrong with him scoring 20 Premier League goals. So, and it will be down to Arteta because it's the way it's his playing style. He does not let players have the freedom, and I still think he's got a big part in this decline from Martinelli. FK Arsenal 1983. Big up Rich. Looks like Arsenal have fumbled another deal. Eze to the scum down the road. Yes, FK. Big up my guy. Hope you well. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, how can anyone say, like, how can any Arsenal fan say with facts behind it, or a very good example, Arsenal don't need Eze. He makes things tick, people. He gets that ball. He can run left. He can run right with very good control. His body position's good. He can drop a shoulder, left, right. He's good with both feet. He's forward thinking. He's a goal getter. He wants to score goals. He's creative. He gets that spark going, and he's one of them players where he drives with intensity. It's not where he run forward, then come back, then sideways, then sideways. I'm annoyed, but I'm not shocked. I am not shocked with this football club. I have seen these kind of windows multiple times now, over and over and over and over and over again. The times when, yes, under Wenger, etc., and Unai Emery, when I was calling out for Steven Nzonzi to sign in 2018, 2019, like where I was working, people, I think Martinelli and Liechtenstein, I think it was, Kieran Tierney. I think that was Saliba. I think that I can't remember what window that was, but I think there were 5 players signed, and I kept saying we need a tall ball breaking powerhouse in the centre of midfield. We need Steven Nzonzi. Steven Nzonzi, Unai Emery's worked with him like at Seville, and I just kept calling it and calling it. And I kept saying, Steven Nzonzi, we need a powerhouse in that midfield. Did we sign him? No, no. And this is what this club do, people. I've learned, and probably, FK and a lot of other people in my chat, we know what this club are about. We don't have to lie daily to protect them. We don't have to cover up things for them. We don't have to say, oh, they're doing this right, they're doing that right. If things aren't right and it's factually correct, we call it out. And not signing Eze is a huge mistake. It's a massive mistake from Arsenal. Massive. Martin Odegaard gets injured. There you go. Ethan Wanyeri. All the pressure, my friend, is down to you. His backup is, yeah, let me just think. Max Dowan. Max Dowan. What are we doing? All these, like, and I don't want to keep mentioning them every day, but all these Tom Cantons, Harry Simeon, and that, they don't call anything out. All they do is just make sure they glamorize it, even if they say, "Oh, well, I'm a bit disappointed in not signing Eze." Well, start calling it out then. But you know why? Which we all know, people don't need to go into it. They won't call nothing out properly, because they'll be frightened and shit scared that Arsenal send them an email or whatever, contact them, say, please remove yourself from Arsenal Football Club. You are no longer welcome to have interviews, Tom Canton with Mikel Arteta, Harrison Mew. You're no longer welcome to commentate on the Arsenal in any way or any form. But this is what we've got, people. This is the people what we've got dictating our club. You've got people like Harry, Tom, etc. All the other ones, which we keep mentioning daily, and other people mention them on their channels as well. Obviously, Shane Gunnar, the legend, he talks about him because we're fed up of it, because they just cover up everything the club do and Arteta does, says and wants. And I know for a fact, people like Tom Canton, in reality, will be thinking, oh, I'm so annoyed, so peed off, so pissed off that we ain't got Eze. But they won't call it out, people, because they get the freebies from Arsenal or get the gigs with the talk sport, post-match commentary, everything. We know this. And this is why we need new owners at this football club. This is the only way this stops now. Start from the top and wipe the lot out. And if Andre Berta, it's a shame. It's a shame. As I said about Berta, has he came to Arsenal to do the Andre Berta thing, which he's been doing at Atletico Madrid since 2013, working alongside Diego Simone. Obviously, he's an assistant there at Atletico Madrid, but Nelson Vivas, ex-Arsenal, left back. Not a bad footballer, I would say. Not a bad player. no legend, etc. But yeah, obviously he's been around that era, so he knows he's got a bit of Arsenal contacts. I'm sure for a fact Nelson Vivas would have mentioned Arsenal to Andre Berta. So yeah, he's been there since 2013, etc. Comes to Arsenal 2025, and I said Berta is either coming to Arsenal to become an even richer man, to become a puppet and part of this circus with obviously Stan. Uh, when I say Stan, I try to, because he just doesn't. He still thinks season's going. By the way, so let's just say Josh, Tim Lewis, a coach here, Richard Garlick, managing director, and obviously now Berta, the sporting director, and Arteta. He's came to Arsenal to have to do his thing, and change things. But as it goes for selling players, it's the same. It's the same. Nothing's changed, people. Nothing. Nothing. I think this is the worst I've seen. It's that many players what need to go, and we're not even getting anywhere near selling them. But looks of things, obviously, things happen behind closed doors. We know that. We take that in consideration. But to me, it just looks like we're going to be shitting ourselves in last week and a half, and then last few days going to be running around to clubs trying to get these players sold, and we'll probably get scraps. We'll probably get 15. I don't know. Let's say I always forget players. Even Lakonga's still in my head. I'm thinking he's still here. Let's just say Kivior, Lakonga, Fabio Vieira, Nelson, Trossard, Zinchenko. Let me just try and remember. Just say six. I would say we'll probably get around about 60 million for all those players. When Doak, however you pronounce it, Chris Welsh will tell me, has just gone to Bournemouth from Liverpool, who hasn't even been playing in the first team, getting the little cameo appearances, obviously in the cup, etc. I think he scored other day in a friendly when they beat. It'll come to me in a minute. I think they played Bilbao. I think was it Bilbao when Liverpool battered him, and yeah, Doak scored, and it looked like a good goal, by the way. Was it Bilbao Liverpool played the other day when they won? I think they played a very weak team. I think it might have been Bao. Obviously, we played them, and yet here we are, people. Let this just sink in. This is our football club. When we're told by all these people who've just been mentioning Harry, Tom, everything's moving right, everything's going in the right direction. Doak has gone to Bournemouth from Liverpool, who's not even been breaking into the Premier League. Obviously, starting 11. Well, starting 11 in the Premier League. Let me just say, gone to Bournemouth for 25 million. Let that just sink in. And we've got Trossard, who is a Belgian. Emphasize that word, a Belgian international, and he's been in the Premier League for years, and we are struggling to probably meet that and get around 25 million. Something is not right at this football club, and I do not know what it is. I wish someone would come out with something, because that's not normal. That is not normal that you've got a player, a Belgian international, been in the Premier League for years, is a decent footballer, let me tell you. Trossard, he can get himself out of tight angles. He's got a very good finishing on him. He can pop up, in and around all the areas in the box. A bit like Freddie Ljungberg, but nothing obviously to do with Freddie Ljungberg at all. Freddie Ljungberg's an Arsenal legend, but we can't even get. We should be demanding around about 40 million for Trossard, people. Let's just say 35 million, nothing lower than 35 million. And for us to say 35 million, Arsenal 35 million Trossard, no chance, mate. That ain't happening. And it's just, well, I'm not shocked. Nothing shocks me no more about this club. But I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that we can't even get decent money for international players. Man City, McAtee, a few games in Premier League, obviously coming on as a sub, scored an hat-trick against Salford, I think it might have been. Man City, 25, 30 million, gone. Gone. Just like that. Whereas us, who stops this? I know Tim Lewis, the coach here, if we want to sign a player, he's the one who will tick it off and say, yeah, we can go that extra 5, 10 million. But what is happening? Because it's not normal. And Trossard is the perfect example, by the way. A Belgian international with a lot of experience in the Premier League, playing at Brighton, playing at Arsenal, and we are struggling to get around about 25 million for him. The only thing is, it's probably the wages, people. It's probably the wages. But surely a team in Saudi League want Trossard. Surely. And if they did, you'd push for 45 million for Trossard from a Saudi team. Right, I'm going to read these chats, people. I don't want to be ignorant. FK, I've seen that one. AJ, what's going on, Rich? Big up, AJ. Good to see you, my guy. AJ, Rich, simple question. If Emery was one trophy from a possible 22, would there be any Emery in? Out. It'd be, AJ, they'd be hounding him, mate. They'd be doing a Wenger. They would. They would. They'd be all over it, out, booing him every single game. You know, these obsessed Arteta fans would be calling it out on social media constantly. Oh, this manager's useless. He's not doing this, doing that. And the thing what used to annoy me about Emery a little bit was I remember him pushing Torreira as like a number 10. And I'm thinking, whoa, I don't agree with that. But he would have won us a Premier League. Because, like I said, so many managers out there would have got a balance for Arsenal Football Club. The balance is key, people. If you haven't got a balance and you're like, right, we need a left winger there, we need a centre midfielder, oh, we need a right back that window. It's all spread. It's all over. It's just like, where's Man City? Like, right, bang, there's the base. Okay, let's add a backup goalkeeper. Done. Right back. I'm shocked they haven't signed a right back. I really am, to replace Kyle Walker, but it looks like they're putting faith in Nunes and Rico Lewis, Nico Riley. Yeah, Rico Lewis. Sorry, yeah, Rico Lewis. That's it, because Rico Lewis, Forest are after him as well. Apparently, Man City have said 40 million for Rico Lewis. Obviously, they've got Nico Riley, which I think is the one who's staying, and obviously Oscar Bob. So yeah, just an example. With Mikel Arteta, we've never ever seen the balance right since he's been at Arsenal. Every window, it's always, oh, well, we need that player. Yeah, well, we'll wait till next window. Yeah, but what about when another player leaves? Then we need to replace him, and then we still need to, you know, sign that position. What we didn't do in the previous window. So there's one player, two player, three player, four player, five. Oh, a window of 5 players again needed. When in actual facts, how long this guy's been here, Arsenal now should be needing 1 or 2 players every window. Obviously, if players leave, you get that. You have to replace them. If 5 leave, you have to replace 5. But we don't even do that. We're still trying to, oh, we need that position, that position. We can't even get the balance right with Mikel Arteta. So this is why I can't stand him. He's just a stubborn, smug prick. And he gets no pressure from above. He gets away with everything. If he were in another, with another club, in the Premier League or over Chelsea, he'd have been out. He'd have been out. Man United, they probably would have pulled plug on him, I think, because he's not won anything, and even Ten Hag has won trophies since Arteta. Liverpool would have pulled the plug on him. Man City, 100%, million percent would have pulled the plug on him. Real Madrid would have pulled the plug on him. Barcelona would have pulled the plug on him because he cannot get over the line. He doesn't bring the right balance to this team. And like Unai Emery, Thomas Frank, Eddie Howe, if they'd had these 3 years, what Arteta has had, they would have made sure Arsenal Football Club had a striker, had a backup for Saka, and got the right balance in the team instead of, oh, we'll sign a left back and a centre midfielder. Yeah, but the whole world knows that you need a striker and a backup for Saka. Yeah, but we'll just sign a left back and a centre midfield, Calafiori and Moreno. It don't make sense. That's obviously like pretending other people are looking at it and thinking, like other teams would have been that year when he said, "Don't you be satisfied with second." The whole world and the teams, everybody, pundits, commentators would have been like, "Well, we know what Arsenal's going to do now, and we know for a fact Arteta's definitely going to sign that striker because he just missed out by 1 game. Man City beat West Ham. Obviously, Arsenal just beat Everton with that Kai Havertz VAR goal, I think it was." And the whole world just thought, get ready. Arsenal now are going to win the league next season. They're going to do what's needed. That little bit of magic needed. The striker and the backup for Saka. And he didn't do any of it, people. He didn't do any of those 2 positions. How does that make sense? That you know what's needed. The whole world knew what you needed to get over the line the following season, which was obviously last season. And you just didn't do anything in that window. You just did not do anything. The 2 positions the whole world knew, striker, backup Saka, and you ignored them both. But there's no pressure from above, from Josh Kroenke, so he can do what he wants. He's treated like royalty. He's not good enough. He's not an elite manager. He's not a top manager. Because Frank, Emery, Howe, and all the others, like obviously Enrique, etc., would have looked at Arsenal and thought, right, well, the obvious thing is we need a striker straight away. We need that extra bit of magic. That player, where in games where it's tight, nothing's going our way, we know he will get us out the shit, even if it's 96 minute. If a ball lands to his feet, he will put the ball in the back of the net. But no, this manager just didn't see it. And looking at Saka, we need to take some pressure off him. That guy's playing all the time for England since 2018. He's playing all the time for Arsenal. You know, he needs help. And Arteta just ignored it, people. He just ignored it. So I don't like this manager. I don't like him for his lies. He says on live TV. He gets no pressure whatsoever, and he deserves huge pressure now. He really does. Every game now we lose, the pressure should be building on him. Seriously. Right. I will read these out, people. AJ, as a Arsenal fan, and we are letting him go to Spurs. Yeah, it's AJ. I'm gutted, mate. I am actually gutted. I'm annoyed and gutted, but I ain't shocked. Dre, good afternoon, Rich. Good afternoon, Dre. Big up my guy. Hope you're well. AJ, good afternoon, Dre. Community settings, good to see people. FK Arsenal 1983. You can tell Arteta is a crap manager relying on an 18-year-old or 15-year-old if Odegaard gets injured or doesn't perform. Yeah, and the thing is, at all, FK, I've said if Odegaard gets injured, you can guarantee, which I got it wrong about I have a starting at Old Trafford. My hands are up for that. I got that completely wrong. But I bet if Odegaard gets injured, Kai Havertz will fill that position, definitely. Peppermint Freedom, big up Rich, big up Peppermint. Good to see you in the chat, my guy. AJ, big up FK Arsenal every time. AJ, big up Peppermint every time. Dre, AJ, 100%. John, big up, sir, liked and subscribed. Thank you very much, John. Hope you're well. New to the chat. Thank you very much for that, buddy. Good to see you. I think you're kind of wheels then, sharing the opinions on Arsenal and Arteta. I don't know if you're Arteta in or Arteta out. And that's the thing, people. If you're new to the chat or anything, just, let it out. If you Arteta in or Arteta out, it's good to have different opinions. It really is. But in our chat, we're not going to stand for like just well, Liverpool couldn't even beat Arsenal with a makeshift defence. You know what I mean? And that because that's just even my nephew won't speak like that. That is so childish. FK Arsenal 1983. AJ, big up. Hope you're ready for a roller coaster of a season. Yeah, I mean, absolutely, Dre. Dre, have you seen what Calafiori said after the United game? What is it with this team and complaining? Zinni complained about game time while he's complaining about being on the field. No, I don't think I've seen that. About Calafiori, I don't know if I've seen that. John, Mr. AJ, big up. Eros, big up to the community, big up Eros, good to see you, my guy. AJ John, the Arsenal ladies sacked their manager last season, 7 months later, Champions League. Yep, Rennie Sleggers, yep, interim manager in October. And then this year in January, she took over the Arsenal first team and won the Champions League. Before that, she won back-to-back titles with Rosengard Women. Obviously been at Arsenal for 3 years now, Rennie Sleggers. Right. Just see. AJ, FK Arsenal. Honest, not ready. Bring on the Arsenal ladies is what I'm saying. Yeah, AJ, you're all over that, mate. And I am going to watch more games of the Arsenal ladies, definitely. AJ, Maybach music, big up Ross. John, I'm for that, AJ. If he fails this season, AJ, what's going on, John? Ross, big up every time, my bro, AJ. Dre, Ross, AJ, John. He has wasted 21 winnable trophies in a row. He is factually one trophy from a possible 22 if he should even get this season. Absolutely. Ross, what you saying, John? Trossard has been clutch in so many moments, but for us, we should be able to get absolutely, John. Excuse me, people. It's like there's like a cross on Arsenal's, selling. Like how can, and I don't want to repeat myself, which we all, of course we all do sometimes because people different join it, chat, etc. different times. But how can someone what was a damn good player for Brighton Scored an hat-trick against Liverpool, and I'm not one of them players, people where, "Oh, well, he scored an hat-trick in that game, that means he's the best." It happens on the day, however you perform on the day as a footballer. But what I'm saying is, someone who was a very, very good footballer for Brighton, and at times he looks like, wow, he's got magic feet. He can get his way out of tight angles. He can run left, he can run right. And when he's through on goal, he's got a really good finish sometimes. It pops up in and around box, like I said, a little bit like Freddie Ljungberg-esque, but not Freddie Ljungberg. Definitely not. That guy's an absolute legend. That debut, Sunday afternoon, beating Manchester United 3-0. Red hot day. Came on as a substitution and just chipped it straight over Schmeichel's head. And we were like, who is this guy? He's got red areas everywhere. I'll never forget that, chipping it over Schmeichel's head, and we beat Man United 3-0 that day at Ibra. But anyway, it's baffling that Trossard cannot get any suitors. Like, no one's queuing up for him. I honestly thought the Saudi League would be all over it. And maybe they are, and we're not hearing about it. But like John just said, for God's sake, he's a Belgian international. He plays games for Arsenal. Yes, he don't play in the starting lineup all the time, but he always comes on as a substitute. He's a goal threat, and he's been playing in Premier League for years, people. And it cost Arsenal 27 million. I get that. But last season, he was doing very well at some points. And you looked at him and you thought, that guy's worth 50 million. So I'm puzzled why we can't do this. And then Liverpool, just like that, can get 25 million for Doak, who has been in the academy and well, I don't know if he's been in the academy actually, because I think is he Scottish? All right, I think he might be Scottish. I can't remember. And he's not been getting any Premier League minutes, like starting, as a Premier League player, and they get 25 million like that, and we are probably only going to get that at the most for Trossard. How does that make sense, people? Somebody in my chat, please tell me how that works out, because I'm baffled. Because this Trossard's a Belgian international. He gets caps for the Belgian first team, and we're struggling to get around about 25 million. Surely, even European teams would look at Trossard like your Dortmunds, Leverkusens, even Porto, Benfica, and look at Trossard and think that guy's worth 35 million. And a Saudi club will look at Trossard and think, yeah, I think he's worth about 45, 50 million. I don't. Do Arsenal? Is it the first phone call or something? Like if a team calls or inquires or sends an email about a player for Arsenal, is it the way we speak first or something? Because I am absolutely every window this happens, and I'm struggling to understand why. Is it like we say, do we address him or something in a bad manner? I'm lost. I am absolutely baffled with it because this is every window. It's not just last window or window four. It's every window now. And even with Kiviar, you look at Kiviar and you think, yeah, 35 million. 35 million. He proved what he is capable of when he came into the fold last season when Gabriel injured and Real Madrid were in fact, they were really good against Real Madrid. They had a decent game against Brentford, I think it was, and Everton, and he proved he's got some qualities. Now, is the Premier League his perfect destination? I don't know. I don't know if he's settled ever in Premier League, but surely we can get even 35 million for this guy. I don't know. I wish someone. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what goes on. Like I said, is it the way Arsenal answer the first call or the reply to the first email? I have no idea. FK Arsenal 1983, AJ, I'm with you. I'm watching ladies instead of them Arteta losers. Eros, what you saying, Dre bro? John, AJ, I believe so. We finally have a proper 9. If he fails, then he has to go. See, this is what we like, people in this chat. A bit like Khaled. John, he still thinks Arteta can get us over the line, but he's already saying if he fails, out. But some people are obsessed with Arteta, and no matter what you say, apparently even the other day they were saying we have to all apologise to Arteta. They're not football fans, people. They're leeches to the club, or they're just doing it for a laugh. Whereas people like John and Khalid and that, they're proper ones. They understand that what we're saying has already happened. It's facts. Arteta did go live on TV and lie to the whole world, pretending PSG and Enrique said we were a better team. He did say to his fans, "Don't you be satisfied with second, we want much more," etc. He did say that, you know. He did say other day in his press conference that we've had the most points over the last 3 years, but it's a lie because Man City have. But no one calls him out. Nobody calls him out because this guy seems to be treated like royalty, and it's like he's got a shield over him. No one can say anything about him, and it's just not fair. He was an average footballer for Arsenal for 5 years, people. And I said this yesterday, just a little example. Emmanuel Petit signing from Porto, Mark Overmars signing from Ajax. They came to Arsenal in 1997 and left in 2000. They are absolutely club legends, people. Petit and Overmars are absolutely Arsenal legends in 3 years. In 3 years. And Arteta, in 5 year playing for Arsenal, was a decent average player. That's it, average. Um, so that's what I'm saying. With things like that, what John just said, I respect that. I do because he's when fans are like that, you can have you can talk to him in an adult way. You know, we can talk as adults, not like, oh, you better apologise to Arteta, because we beat Man United, at Old Trafford. That is just kid talk, mate. That is just pathetic. Right. And everybody, I'm sure everybody feels the same. We're gutted about Eze. I am absolutely gutted. Not shocked, very gutted. AJ Richards, congratulations on 451 subs. Thank you very much, AJ. Yeah, please do smash those likes and subscribe, people, if you haven't already. Trying to get to 500. John, we need Rodrigo on top of that, AJ. Absolutely, John. Rodrigo. But apparently, he just don't want to leave Real Madrid. That's what I'm hearing, John. He just doesn't want to leave Real Madrid. Now, if you present a decent offer to Real Madrid, then obviously they will push for Rodrigo to go out because I just don't think he's part of their plans no more. I really don't. They've got Arda Güler, attacking player. They've still got Endrick, they've got that new player from River Plate in Argentina League. I can't remember his name, Matario or something like that. And obviously they've still got Mbappe. They've got Vinny Jr. They've got Garcia, the new striker. Not Garcia. Yeah, the new striker who's scoring in pre-season, Garcia. So they are stacked. Rodrigo, obviously, I think Rodrigo's class. He's not just a great winger; he's a great football player as well. His goals are not the best. You don't like see 20 a season, but I think there's room to improve with Rodrigo. I really do. You give him the keys and say you're our left winger. I think he becomes an absolute weapon and half, definitely. So, John, yeah, absolutely. We need Rodrigo and we need Eze. That would have made Arsenal's window, to me, go to a. If we sell these players, I'd have pushed it to a 9. But now it's on a 3. We've not sold nobody. We still need a left winger and we still need preferably someone to take Martin Odegaard's place. But obviously, taking consideration straight away, they're going to be on the bench and it's going to be a backup to him. So this window is a 3 to me, people. It really is. And that's me who's been whinging and shouting and moaning. We hadn't signed a striker for 3 seasons in a row. Every window, striker, striker, striker. What the? And here we have got one of the best strikers in the world at the moment, currently, going on his goal record in the Premier League for Porto, for Sporting Lisbon, with Victor Gyökeres. Obviously, he played for Coventry City before that in the Championship, but it's just not good enough, man. We always miss that final 1 or 2 pieces. And then next window, we'll have to sign even more players. And then we'll be looking and thinking, well, we didn't sign a left winger from previous window, and now we need 2 midfielders, or that's just an example. And we can just never fully maximise and complete a window. And that's why we'll never, ever get over the line with this manager. Well, just one of many reasons. AJ, John, I am sorry. The summer he brought the Kai for 65. We could have bought 2 actually number 9s in Ivan Toney and Dogvik who was currently at Girona and now at Roma. Good striker he is, Dogvik, for £64 million. So don't give me that. AJ Rich Arteta spent 3 times what the Emirates cost to build. Just saying, I know more things like that is it's crazy. Hey Ross, what's that? What's that tell you about the owners? They're not bothered. As long as the Cronkies make money every year, that's perfect for them. That is perfect. They're all they're bothered about is making Stan Kroenke, like I said, he's just a sleeping. He could not give a damn about Arsenal Football Club. He just knows they make him so much money. That's all he's bothered about. AJ and John, the summer we brought Gabriel Jesus for 55. We could have brought Alexander Isaac for 67. So, yeah, from Real Sociedad. So don't give me about need a nine. He chose to not buy number nine. Yeah, I think, well, John's saying some good points as well, AJ, but I agree with both of you. Try and keep it good. John, Kai has been good for us, and now he's back up at AJ. Not convinced about Dogbeck, though. Kai's not been a good signing for us. He's not a nine, he's not a 10, he's not a left winger, he's not a right winger. He's just somebody now and again you see a decent finish from Kai Havertz. That's it. For £280,000 a week and 65 million, I mean that is wasted down the drain. AJ, John, we have to back up 280 a week. Well done, Arteta. It's ridiculous. Just it just is. AJ, John, Dogbit is 82k a week, and actually number nine would back up Victor Gyökeres for better than Kai. I'd have Dusan Vlahovic to back Kai Havertz up, 100%. Sheldon Johnson, why we have worst strike force in the six. Sheldon, big up to you, my guy. Hope you well. Yeah, this is it, people. Look at Man City. Look at Haaland already. Bang, 2 goals, first game of the season. And what he said towards end of season, it's not been good enough from us as a team, as a whole. It's not been good enough from him individually. But yet he turns up because they're counting the Club World Cup as the full season. He scored 33 goals, people, in one season. And Haaland's turning around saying, not good enough from him. We need to do a lot better as a team, as a collective team, as a unit, obviously, and him individually. It's 33 goals. And yet our top scorer, 15 goals. There you go. There you go. That just shows the standards of Arsenal and Man City. Just those two, even. And obviously, if you bring Liverpool into the equation as well, they're nothing. Man City and Arsenal standards are miles apart. Like Barrack, the two-part interview, which I don't know if people have seen on YouTube. He says we won't make same mistakes again. No chance. No chance. And when that local reporter said, so all these trophies, what you've won last, over the years and that, and he said something after it, and I can't remember what he said. And that Barrack, the CEO slash chairman of Man City, just turned around and says, last season, that was history, winning all those trophies. The future starts next season, meaning this season. And I just thought, that is how I want my owners to talk about my football club. But, one second, people. Ah, them fake sneezes. Oh, man. I hate that. AJ, Mikel Moreno has proven he's better in the nine than Kai Havertz. Yeah, Mikel Moreno is a better finisher than Kai Havertz, 100%. That goal he scored against Leicester, the Real Madrid one, the Chelsea edit, he is a better finisher than Kai Havertz. John, you make good points, AJ, but trust me, this is the last season for Arteta if he fails for me. Well, that's fair enough, John. I like that because you're still holding on to hope, but you're saying where other fans will be like, no, 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 no. Even someone was saying, give him a contract for another 5 year. They're either messing around or very immature or just don't understand football whatsoever. But like with John, he's saying, still backing him now, but if he doesn't win this year, he's out. And that to me is a good football kind of fan. I don't agree with him keeping Arteta now. I wanted him out. I never wanted him in first place. But John, he's realising what we're saying, and no, and I understand what he's saying. If he backs him and he's giving him one more season, then fair enough. But I like it how he's came into chat and he's understood what we've said, and he's saying it's basically just one more season and then he's done. because that's what more people are doing now, people. These Arteta obsessed fans where don't matter what, even if we finish 8th this season and win no trophy, they'll say, "Well, wait till we get, another backup striker next summer," or, "Wait till Mikel Arteta gets this player." They'll find an excuse for everything. But where someone like John is like, "This is it. This is the final straw. I've backed him. If he doesn't win the Premier League this season, he's out." And that is good. But when some people jump in chat and they're like, "You should apologise to Mikel Arteta. He deserves a 5-year contract extension." That's pathetic. That is the most immature things you're gonna see. Even my nephew wouldn't even talk like that. Um, AJ Sheldon, because he doesn't want to actually have an attack because they are no more excuses. Absolutely, absolutely, AJ, and that's what it is. It's because Mikel Arteta will do everything to benefit himself rather than Arsenal Football Club. And I always share this, people, nearly on every stream. Just sums him up in a way. He won't change. No plan B. Stubborn. Get out of this club. Um, oh, get that off. And that's how I see him. That's just how I see Mikel Arteta. He won't change. It's it's his way. Even already, what did he say? He said for signing Gyökeres, he's responsible. Mikel Arteta's responsible for signing Gyökeres. It was his call what got Gyökeres thinking straight away. Everything's got to be about him. It's all about him. As long as it makes Mikel Arteta look good, that's all he's bothered about. It seems like he does everything to benefit himself rather than Arsenal Football Club. And I just don't like him. I just do not like him. Right, I'm going to go through all these chats, people, because I think there's a lot. I do apologise if I haven't seen any yet. Right, where are we? I think there is a lot, and I'm trying to go through them. Right, I'm getting there. Sheldon, because AJ John, that the problem. He doesn't deserve this season because we are about to waste another 4 winnable trophies. Yeah, absolutely, AJ. And also, we're going to start seeing big players leave, and that's facts and all. There's talk of Saliba maybe close to signing a new deal. I don't believe it until I actually see him sat there. AJ John Arteta has brought 39 different players. How on earth does he need more? Eros, when he fails, John. Eros, there's no if he fails. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, absolutely. AJ, 8 likes. AJ, facts. Eros, facts. Absolutely, John. I see your perspective, AJ, but I think he deserves this season with Berta as a sporting director. Definitely don't think he deserves any more time, John. But one thing, like I said, I respect you saying you're one of those fans, like, right, if he don't win it, he's out. Not one of these fans what just big up everything he does and he's obsessed with him and saying, oh, he deserves a 5-year extension. That's they're either pissing around or just, I don't know. I have no idea. Drake, I've always said he knows he's fine being on the bench because someone better will. I seen that. Seen that. We'll be starting. Yep, yep. Seen it, Drake, my bro. I did see that. We'll be starting. Yep. You're on 120k a week, same as Isaac money, and you don't want to compete. Get out. No need for this. And yeah, absolutely. You know, you'd be angry that you're on the bench. Angry. AJ John, please explain why he hasn't won for 4 5 seasons. AJ John, we need a 10 left winger, left back in these 13 days. Otherwise, it's fourth and no trophy this season. John, AJ, we've been really close to the title, and I believe that this should be his last season. The years that we were horrendous was unacceptable, but had to clear a lot. Deadwood, but last chance. AJ John, he has spent 3 times what the Emirates cost to build and can't win. Yeah, that we've seen Eros. Facts, Dre. It's unreal. The mentality at Arsenal. It's getting up. Yeah, imagine someone being happy. All the old players, Tony Adams, Ray Parlour, Wrighty being up bench. They've been going nuts, banging Wenger's door down. And obviously George Graham, a legend, who does deserve a trophy outside this. Again, how has he not got a trophy? How has George Graham and David Dean not got trophies outside this stadium? Then we can see pricks of like Josh Kroenke, Murrells and stuff like that. It's just all, I call it Big Cuddles FC. It's all nicey. They have to glamorise everything. Instead, start doing the talking on the pitch and get serious and nasty and start winning trophies now. Because enough is enough. Enough is enough. And we're going to see this crop of big players go in. If trophies don't start getting won, Declan Rice is going to leave. Saka will be last one, I think, to go. Saliba will go. Excuse me, people. And I think if Real Madrid, if Florentino Perez, obviously Real Madrid president, called Saliba or his agent now and said, "We can't now, but we want William Saliba next summer," 1,000,000% guarantee you that's it. Saliba's head's on Real Madrid. He's not going to sign a new contract at Arsenal. Right. I'm going to keep going through people. Sorry, AJ Deadwood still here. Absolutely. Samuel Conga, Vieira, Zinni, Gabriel Jesus. So he's not even done that. No. And I keep forgetting about Jesus. I honestly do. John, we need to address those positions 100%, but I think the left winger is the most important. We need someone to replace Martin Odegaard, people. He's going to slow our attack down so much. John Arteta has to give Wanyeri more chances, though. He should be playing now. He's better than Odegaard. He's better. AJ, John, out of them 39 different players, 10 are Chelsea, Manchester United rejects, Manchester City rejects. FK, John, we are nowhere near winning a league title. The biggest problem is the manager. Yep, the biggest problem definitely is. AJ, John, are you okay? That he threw League Cup and FA Cup in the bin, and he will again this season. Donna Cullen, Wagwan, Mr. Rich. How are you, Donna? Good to see you in the chat. Not seen you before, I don't think. FK Arsenal 1983. Who here thinks if Ghost Guard injured or as a stinker, Ethan's going to get game time? It'll be Kai Havertz. If Odegaard gets injured, Kai Havertz will definitely fill that position. And I got it wrong about Kai Havertz starting against Manchester United. I did get that wrong. I thought he would start, but Kai Havertz will fill Martin Odegaard's void if he gets injured. Definitely. It wouldn't surprise me if he's itching for that, you know. If Martin Odegaard decides to get dropped, even if he's not injured, I think it's definitely Kai Havertz. And then Arteta's going to be like, yeah, I've managed to implement it. I've got Kai Havertz in the team as well as Gyökeres. Donna Cullen, allow me to introduce myself. Donna Cullen, Donna Cullen, former executive director of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Yep, thank you very much for that. How about we have Eze? AJ, FK, Arsenal, Odegaard will play till he gets the grade 3 hamstring injury. Yeah, man. Yeah. And I think Saka's going to be in and out with injuries this season. I really do, because that guy's been overplayed so much by Gareth Southgate and Arteta. And Cullen, I used to also be the head of PR department. Wow, amazing. Well done. Well, hopefully he can ask Arteta what he's doing in Arsenal Football Club, or even go and work for them. Go and work for Arsenal. Go and do that, Donna? AJ, John, sorry, AJ, I'm holding Arteta accountable to get us over the line for the league because he's been here for quite some time. I never agree with throwing cups away, though. No, this is what I'm saying, people. As Arsenal fans now, we do not get to Wembley. We don't reach finals, and we definitely don't win trophies. And it's all on Mikel Arteta. Since he's been here, he's won the FA Cup with kind of Unai Emery's team. That's all stopped. We just watch other teams do it at the end of the season. That's it. And then good afternoon, Rich99 and all watching. Good afternoon, Endon Guna. Big up my guy, hope you well. Endon Guna. Hi AJ, Gavin L. Winter settings, good to see people. FK Arsenal at AJ. Don't wish injury on our player, but when it comes to Ghost Guard, I pray every day. Yeah, I mean, it's horrible that we have to think that, isn't it? Like we have to say things like this, like, we just want him out. We want him gone. We don't want to. It's like I said the other day. I said something stupid. Now it's started, we've jumped in that big ocean. Now that's it. There's no getting out for 9 months. You get a little bit of a gap where you can maybe add a player, or in Arsenal's case, don't sign anybody in January, even when you start a squad with a short squad. And on top of that, get injuries. But once now we're in the ocean, people. That's it. We're swimming. And if you can't swim, it's tough. We're done, because the ball started, mate. That whistle has gone. Man City are up and running, Liverpool up and running. And one thing what impressed me about Man City, they were itching away, itching away. They were like sussing Wolves out, and it looked like I think they're going for it. They were calming the play. Then they bring the intensity up, and you could just see what they were doing. They were trying to break them down. They were looking for gaps, and then next minute, 1-0. A few minutes later, 2-0, and that is what they will do. And it's worrying because they've got Marmoush, who didn't play. They've got Foden. They've got Cherky. They've got Haaland. They've got Oscar Bob. They've got Doku. They've got Savinho. They're stacked. Arsenal, and I said this before, the other day, I look at Arsenal now and I only see two goal threats at Arsenal in our starting lineup, and that is Saka and Gyökeres. And after that, it's Wanyeri, and then that's it. That is it. Now, I know at Man City, Doku is lightning quick. He's so strong up ball. The way he shifts that ball is incredible. But his end product's not there. He's not a natural goal scoring winger. But if he transfers that and starts bringing goals, he's going to be one of the best wingers in Europe this season, 100%. Savinho, obviously, we're on loan at Girona, um, and then played last season for Man City. And again, his end product wasn't there. But if he starts scoring goals, they're going to be a problem. And the thing is, people, they've got an absolute unit, an incredible striker up top, Erling Haaland, what just puts the ball in net. He could take 35 goals on his own, and we know that's doable. He could make sure Man City score 35 goals just by him. He's already scored two, and Marmoush last season, half a season, I think 8 or 9 goals, I think it was, and he scored some blinders, absolute bullets of goals. He can hit a ball. So and Reiners, in midfield, he look like it'll come to me, but he reminds me the way he picks that ball up and just charges. He's very leggy. He's got good close control. He's got a very intelligent football brain. You can tell, and he's one of them players what will break into that box, and it'll come to me. It reminds me of, and I just look at Arsenal. I just think Declan Rice, Zubimendi, they'll sit, and then that's it. After that, I just think Odegaard. The balance is just off. It's not there. It is not there. Yet again, we have to go short in every single window. Is a good afternoon in Gavin L. Right, I'm going to carry on reading some of these people. Is a good afternoon in Endanguna. There's a bit of news to share, but I don't know if I can do it yet because I'm trying to get through all these chats and I don't want to miss people's. Tom Curley, if we sign Rodrigo, we would win the league. Not with Mikel Arteta, Tom. I respect your optimism, but no, this manager, he don't play a plan B. So that's a massive problem straight away. He doesn't change things. And his playing style is just wrong. Even Gyökeres looked frustrated Sunday in his first Premier League game for Arsenal. And again, AJ Odegaard will never get a grade 3 hamstring tear, as he never does the kind of running and getting stuck in that would lead to such an injury. And Odegaard, to me, he's the weakest captain in football I've seen. And I've said that so many times, and he really is. AJ, John, was you Emery out? Tom Curley, don't know what they're doing, letting him go to City. Mental. If that, yeah, I don't know if you're about Marmoush with that one. And Cullen, Wagwan, Mr. Ndanguna. AJ, Tom Curley, simple question. If Arteta doesn't win anything this season, would you sack him? Gavin L, afternoon Ndaguna. Gavin L, afternoon AJ. Tom Curley, 6 seasons, over $1 billion spent. Lafa, I like him, want him to do well, but what do you think? Lafa, let's be honest, he should go. Just don't know who you get in. Tom, yeah, Tom, he's got to go. It's just a simple thing. You can just say simple things like Hansi Flick turns up at Barcelona, a very young squad, loads of injuries, the typical injuries to Frankie de Jong. Lewandowski picked injuries up, Balde picked injuries up, and the young centre-back, Cabrasi, 16, 17-year-old, picked a massive injury up, and they won the treble, people. He won 3 trophies in his first season at Barcelona and was close-ish to winning the Champions League. So all you have to say is that when people say Mikel Arteta needs more time, he needs time, he needs that play, he needs that kind of whatever else can he say? But you can just turn around and say Hansi Flick, first season, loads of injuries, young squad, treble in his first season. Antonio Conte, first season at Napoli. Last time Napoli won the league, Spalletti was the manager, who obviously left, took a break from football, then went to manage the Italian national team. That didn't last long at all. But when Spalletti was there, he had Cavaschellia, he had Osman up front, and as something might have been Politano or Raspadori. I think I can't remember the third one, and they won the league. And then after that, they dropped massively. Conte turns up with Lukaku, Billy Gilmore, Scott McTominay, Philip Billing, who obviously was on loan from Bournemouth, back at Bournemouth, and they won the league in the first season. Won the league in his first season. So when people keep saying, "Oh, Arteta needs time, he needs that signing, etc., he needs to spend that money," it's all raw. It's all bullshit. It's all pathetic excuses. Now the excuses are done. On slot, Dutch Ebenezer with Feyenoord, Al Zaid Alkmaar, Go Ahead Eagles, obviously his clubs he's managed, turns up into Premier League and he's embarrassed Mikel Arteta in his first season. Made him look stupid, people. Dog walked him 10 points. They won the league by. And then people will say, well, Arsenal had injuries last season. Okay, then. Well, Kevin De Bruyne were out for 5 months. Haaland were out for 3 months. And they still won the league. So, again, you can just roll facts. You can just say those things and people can't even say, well, that didn't happen because they know for a fact it did. It factually happened. Man City won the league with De Bruyne out for 5 months and Haaland out for 3 months, and they won the league. I'm not making that up. People in my chat are not making it up. It happened. It's simple as that. So this time and everything for Arteta, needs to spend this and that. It's all done. It's all finished. The process didn't work. The bullshit process, which I don't believe a process in football anyway, because if you start a season with a squad, that's your process. And by January window, that can be broke because a player can leave. And these phase numbers, it's 4 into 5. Where is it now? Is it 7 into 18? It's just pathetic. Light bulbs, pickpockets, playing, You'll Never Walk Alone in training. It's just all things to glamorize the club, to post on social media because they think Football Club think all these other clubs are looking at us and thinking, wow, look what Arsenal's doing. They do that in training, or they do these things where they sit on separate tables. And in reality, people, just other clubs are looking at us and thinking, we don't care what you do, Arsenal, because at the end of the season, you're watching us every year now win trophies. You're never at Wembley. You don't reach finals. And you definitely don't win trophies. And again, it's not making it up. I'm not making it up. The people in the chat are not making it up when they say that as well. They are the actual facts of Arsenal Football Club. We don't reach Wembley. We don't get to finals. And we definitely don't win trophies at all at the moment. Nothing. Right. We'll fly through some more of these people. Jose John, has he wasted 6 winnable League Cups and 6 winnable FA Cups that he binned them to win the big two and couldn't get the big two done? Absolutely. Arteta's wasted. He's like I said, he stopped us from getting to Wembley. But that to the fans who are obsessed with him, Wembley don't matter. FA Cup's not important. Oh, that's too small for us. I mean, even that's pathetic when you hear that. Been in the FA Cup. FA Cup's massive. It's traditional. I remember being at school all week and looking forward to it all week, just thinking that's my team going to represent on that Saturday afternoon. Everybody's going to be watching my team and obviously the other team who's playing in it. And they're going, "Hi, Donna Cullen, good to see you back in the various chats. Hope you are keeping well." And they're going, I didn't know Donna Cullen was. I didn't know if she was being serious or not or whatever. I don't know. But it just I don't know. Right, where are we? John, AJ, to be fair, there was a lot of chaos during that time, like with the Jacker incident, against Crystal Palace. I did want him gone, but looking back, he should have got more seasons because he got us to a European Cup final. Emery would have won league, simple as that. Arsenal would have had the right balance of striker and a backup for Saka. Unai Emery would have done it. Eddie Howe would have done it. Thomas Frank would have done it. And then all your Enrique's, etc., Simone's, Inzaghi's, Pep, Klopp, they would have all brought the right balance to Arsenal. Don't go, Mr. Ndunguna, I am, still single and available too. raised 2.14. Andre Berta should get Rafael Leao before the window closes in case Rodrigo deal doesn't come through. Apparently, Rafael Leao wants to stay at AC Milan. Apparently, he's in love with AC Milan, and I mean, money talks, but I don't know. Kyle Welsh Gunner, Rich, we are in serious trouble this season, bro. Winning nothing, mate. Kyle Welsh Gunner, please go and subscribe, people, to Kyle Welsh Gunner if you already haven't. Kyle, honestly, yeah, because we knew this. We know this. It's just simple facts. Man City are not going to stay still. With Barrick, the CEO slash chairman, he mentioned it in the two-part interview. We ain't making that same mistake. And in January, they went and signed Kushinov, the Lens centre back. They went and signed Marmoush from Frankfurt, which, by the way, was not meant to be signed until this summer, and they brought the deal forward. They signed Nico Gonzalez, used to play at Barcelona, currently at Porto. He was only there for about 5 minutes, and Man City took him. They signed Riz, the centre back from Palmeiras in Brazilian league. And then we just knew, obviously, this summer they'll continue, and they have. TJ Ryan from AC Milan, Ryan El-Nouri from Wolverhampton, Trafford from Burnley, who used to play for Man City. So already they've got another goalkeeper, a great goalkeeper ready. And they're not finished. I think Man City's. I think they're going to sign. I think Donnarumma will even sign for Man City. Edison goes, Donnarumma comes in. Now I did think if Savinho goes, Rodrigo comes in, but apparently that's dead in water. Apparently Man City have closed the door and do not want to sell Savinho. So I'm not sure what's happening there. But as far as Arsenal, I mean, I just look at it and it's same again. The balance is not there. We just do not get the balance with this manager. It's always, we need that left winger. We need a backup for Martin Odegaard, preferably someone to take Martin Odegaard's place. And it's just same every year, people. It's the same every window. It never changes. It's not just this window. It's the window before that, window before that, window before that. But these are Tetra-obsessed fans keep saying it's all okay, trust Super Mick, etc. Well, I don't know, but I predicted we finish fifth this season. I've said it in before we kicked off. Tom Curley, good sign, go sign Rodrigo. Honestly, do it. Well, apparently, Rodrigo does love Real Madrid. I don't think he wants to leave Real Madrid, but Real Madrid might have to just literally push him away and say you're not part of the plans, and we are accepting this money for you. John, if I was the patient with Arteta, if I was this patient with Arteta, then Emery should have got a decent run in the job. AJ Tonka, there isn't a manager we can't get for Arteta. 15.6 million a year season. Personally, I want Luis Enrique or Hansi Flick. Well, I've said this before. I am 80% confident Luis Enrique is the next Man City manager. I just think it is. There were Guardiola and Enrique, Barcelona teammates, and they would have made calls after Champions League, etc. I see Enrique next Man City manager. I really do. Tom Curley, Luis Enrique. I'd set Arteta tomorrow. I've wanted him since he was at Barca. Yeah, but I think he's going to Man City. People, I think it's perfect. City will get Enrique. AJ Tom Curley. We need a left back, a left wing, 10, otherwise fourth, and no trophy incoming. And they're going to Donna Cullen. Raise 2.14. If we get Rodrigo, then our attack is unstoppable force. No, it's not. It's not. It's not, because Haaland's better than Gyökeres straight away. That's a fact. It's a very good attack, but you've still got to have that guy behind. And that, if we'd have signed Eze, people, if we'd have finished our window on Eze and finished it with Eze and Rodrigo, I guarantee you now, people in my chat, even like people like me, Carl Welsh, Gunner, etc., we'd have looked at our attack and we'd have gone, now that is what I'm wanting to see at this football club. That fills me with confidence that we can smash teams and get plenty of 3-point wins. You know what I mean? But now, as it stands, I look at Martinelli. I think he's just a bit of an engine. He'll run all up and down, but there's no final product. His shots are weak. His finishing's nowhere near as good as it used to be. Is it an individual problem or is it Arteta? I don't know. Is he? He's not letting him play with freedom. But I look at that and I just think, if Gyökeres gets injured, we're in a massive mess, massive, because Odegaard will slow our play down, bring in the creative spark. getting all the ball moving, bringing the creativity to the team. Odegaard's going to slow that down naturally. And if Gyökeres gets injured, then it's Kai Havertz, people. Kai Havertz, Martinelli, and Saka. That's not nowhere near good enough. That league title is going to be done by October. Obviously, it's ifs and buts, I know, and Gyökeres might stay fit all season. Hopefully, he does. But I look at Arsenal's attack now, and I don't see. And Gyökeres, yes, he's currently one of the best strikers in the world. We know this, but my God, he's got pressure on him. He's got to score 20 Premier League goals straight out. Ideally, I always say 22 is your number. You want to get 22 Premier League goals, but Saka's got to get about 12, and after that, that's it. I don't see Martinelli even scoring 8 Premier League goals. It's a massive shame because we all wanted Martinelli to succeed at this club. I honestly thought he could become an Arsenal legend, but no, 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 no. FK Arsenal 1983, it would be so embarrassing if City won the league. I think Man City do win the league. So, Matt, big up to you, my guy. Hope you're well. AJ, Tom Curley, Luis Enrique, own words, I would love to work in England. Yeah, it's going to be Man City, people. Enrique will go to Man City. I'm 100. In fact, I'm saying it now. He's going to be Man City's next manager. Eros apologised to Arteta. Yeah, good one. I mean, it's that when I heard that apologise to him, it's just pathetic, absolutely pathetic. AJ raised simple question: if Arteta doesn't win anything this season, would you sack him? FK Arsenal 93. We need a new left side altogether. Tom Curley left back be fine. Need left winger more than anything. Martinelli forgot how to play football. Well, Zidane. I'm looking at that. Arteta's caused this for Martinelli. I'm sure he has. I really am. Just 1 second, people. I think Arteta's got a big part to play in this with Martinelli's decline. I really do. I think he feels like he can't burst forward, run with that ball down. I think he's got to. I think Martinelli thinks, oh, I have to defend. I have to defend because my manager's telling me all the time. And that's just not good enough. That's not good enough, people. Your left winger, your right winger need to be those players. Yes, they have to go up and down. They do have to get back. As a winger, you do have to defend. You do have to get back. But your main part of your game is get that ball and cause havoc and just go boom, run, 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 and be like the extra strikers at times. That's a left winger and right winger's job. Yes, you have to defend sometimes, but a left winger and right winger, other people what chipping the goals, Perez, Mark Overmars, Andrei Kanchelski, they're meant to add the goals. You're meant to give them freedom to score goals. They help. They help the striker. I played striker myself for 7 years, and like I said in chat plenty of times, I scored 79 goals in one season for my club, and in that season as well, the right winger, very good friend of mine, he scored 22 Premier League goals. The other winger scored about, I think it was 14 league goals. You have to chip in with goals. The wingers have to help score. Now, Haaland at Man City, we know he can score 35 Premier League goals on his own, but Pep will want help. He will need Marmoush to score goals, He will need Cherky to score goals. And the winger, Doku or Savino, I don't know. They're fantastic footballers and lightning quick, very good control with the ball, but they've not got the end product. So I'm shocked that they've closed the door on Savino and not wanting to get Rodrigo. Raised 2.4. Zinedine Zidane would be the best replacement for Mikel Arteta. That's a good shout. I always forget Zinedine Zidane. I always forget him because he's not very high on my list, but he's a good manager, very good manager. John Emery would have won the league by now. We backed the wrong Spanish manager. That's simple. Yep, AJ, Tom Curley. We didn't have an actual left back at the football club. At the football club. We need one. Despite we do need a left back, 100%. And Shane Gunnar, the legend, always keeps talking about that. We actually do need a left back as well. So Matt, Liverpool are still struggling defensively. I still think Slot is going to go this season and relying on our firepower. Yeah, it could be. And if you get Isaac, I mean, I think it will. AJFK Arsenal, I want Anthony Robinson from Fulham left back. That's a good shout. Tom Curley, Calafiore will come good. He's a good player. He's never, yeah, but he's always injured, and he's too forward thinking. I don't trust him as a proper defender. He's too attack minded. You know, and he's always injured. AJ, big up Matthew every time. Sir Matt, smash some likes and sub to the channel. Sir Matt, you too, AJ. John, I agree with Robinson. Very solid and reliable left back. Tom Curtis, Zinedine. Sorry, I felt like living in dream world. This and ain't FIFA, mate. Tom Curtis Cafiore is the Italian Tommy, too injury prone. Get him out. Yep, our club. Well, this is what I'm saying. Calafiore might have a half a decent season, and then you might see a team coming in for about 50 million for him, and I would take it, even if a Saudi team are looking at him, and because they're looking at every player all over Europe, and they approach Arsenal saying January and they offer. Calafiore's had a decent season. He scored 3 goals or whatever, and a Saudi team comes in and says, right, we'll pay 50 million for Calafiore. Take it, absolutely, and that's where we need to start doing things, people. When a team comes in for one of our players and it's good bit of business and it's you can do without him, definitely, and they offer good money, they've got to go. We cannot keep doing this what we're doing, because this is a laughing stock to Arsenal Football Club, that we can't sell anybody. And you see Doak going from Liverpool to Bournemouth for 25 million, and we can't even get 25 million for Trossard, who's a Belgian international, got so many years playing in Premier League for Brentford and Brighton and Arsenal now. It's not normal. It's not normal. We'll wrap this up, people, in about 5 minutes or so. I have got a bit of news. I do want to share this as well. I wanted to try and make sure I've got everyone's chat. Okay, I'm afraid if Rotetta gets top 4, he's going nowhere, especially with these owners yet, because that just makes some money. FK 100% raise 2.4 AJ. Of course, I'm supporting Miguel Arteta out. He has one season to win a major. See, more people are turning. More people are turning, and obviously I'm Arteta, definitely. I have been for a long time. I never wanted him in first place, but more fans now are understanding what we've been saying and want him gone, or giving him this season and out. But he's still going to get the obsessed fans, 100%. Ending on range 2.14. Alonso said that Rodrigo is not leaving Madrid. Tom Curley, AJ, I like him. Sean Johnson, doesn't matter what he does this season, just go. Yeah, I can see this in chat. People are really, really now saying this is his last season or gone. Or obviously people like me and other people like AJ, etc. We want him out now. But it's good to see people. We can't make your mind up and tell you what to say. But I'm looking at it now in my chat, and I'm seeing people say, "Look, I've put faith into him, etc. This is his last season, and then he's done. He's done." And it's good to see. It really is. But not like idiots what come in and say, "Oh, well, Liverpool couldn't even beat Arsenal with a makeshift defence." I mean, that's just childish talk, mate. That's just it's pathetic talking like that as an adult. They won the league by 10 points, and that were half volley, I think it was. Let me just see if I missed anything. And Laguna, good day at Eros. AJ Zinedine doesn't want to work as a manager again. It's clear. Yeah, I think I don't. Yeah, it's looking like that. I think Zidane. I just don't think he's bothered no more. But you never know. So Matt City are favourites for me. They signed 7 or 8. Signed 7 or 8 jigsaw players to replace the outgoing ones. I've said City from start. I've said Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle, Arsenal. You must pick up every time, and Laguna. Hope you are doing well. AJ Tom Curley, you're not fit enough to be in the squad. So because of that, you need a left back. We was waste of 34 million. Yeah. Raise 2.14. Zinedine Zidane, sorry, will be attracted to manage Arsenal if the salary is good. Also, it will be good step on his. Well, apparently Zidane don't like the English weather. He just don't want it, and his wife apparently does not want to move to England. That's what I heard ages ago, years ago. Could change people, of course it could. I don't even know if he's with that same woman no more. You don't know. And they're going to Eros. I'm not too bad. Got a bit of a sniffle, but I've got it after going from the hot tub to the cool of air conditioning venues, etc. So taking it, yeah, that can, and weather is changing. People, I work nights, 4 nights a week, every week, and I was like that last night. You could feel that it was dropping a little bit, and when you're in a big environment, you've got people bringing germs into the building everywhere. Eros, for me, the bad outweighs the good at this club. It's absolutely past annoying at this point. Yeah. And they're going, cheers, AJ. I'm on the mend. Eros, hang in there, man. AJ, Eros, that definitely true. Sadly, on the men's side. Yep. AJ, Eros, thankfully, that not also true about the Arsenal ladies side of the club. No, I'm looking forward to seeing some Arsenal ladies. Res 2.14 with Zinedine Zidane, we shall definitely get a UEFA badge on the Arsenal jersey. John, I have to go. John, I have to go. Good discussions, Mr. AJ, and big up, Rich. John, thank you very much, mate. We've all enjoyed your chat. You've literally, like you've mentioned, you're still giving him that last season, but then after that, he's out. Like I've just said for the millionth time, people, we respect people like John who come in, and definitely Khalid. We know Khalid. It's just the people when they come in and say, "Oh well, Arteta deserves a 5-year extension," or Liverpool couldn't even beat Arsenal in makeshift. They talk like childs. It's embarrassing when they talk like that. AJ Ray's wants the France job. AJ, take care, John. SDFC. Bennett Eze like sunny morning. Easy, yeah, I've got it, yeah. Easy like sunny morning. Um, SDFC Bennett, SDFC Bennett. I mean, we're all gutted here, my guy, about this Eze. I'm gutted. I ain't shocked. I'm not shocked. I'm just not. But I am very gutted that we've missed out on Eze. He would have been perfect for Arsenal, people. Absolutely perfect. And he would have literally on Sunday, he would have made Arsenal score another goal because his creativity, his forward thinking, like I said, he can drop left, he can drop right, his body position's good all the time, he's strong, he's confident when he runs with the ball, he knows exactly what he's doing, he's forward thinking, and he just thinks, right, I'm going to cause problems. As simple as that. I'm picking that ball up, I'm going to cause problems. Martin Odegaard's like, creep, 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 back, 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 sideways, sideways, air flick. We can't be doing that in this team, man. We can't be having a player what slows us down. But it looks like a left winger, and that's Arsenal's business wrapped up, people. So right now, the winner's on a 3 out of 10 because we haven't sold nobody, and it's nowhere near good enough. We still need a left winger and a backup, or preferably someone to take Martin Odegaard's place. And if we finish it with a left winger and sell the players we have to sell, then it'll go to a 6 at the very most. Football Locker Room. What's up, everyone? Big up Football Locker Room. Please go and subscribe to Football Locker Room, people, if you already haven't. Football Locker Room, big up. Football Locker Room, big up AJ and Eros. AJ, big up James every time. Godfrey, big up Rich. Hope you're good, legend. I'm good, thank you, Godfrey, my pal. I'm going to wrap it up, people. I'm going to do about 3 minute, 5 minute. Maybe I always say I never jump off when I say it, but I am on nights again tonight. Last night and then off for 2. Dre, I personally feel like Havertz will start on the left wing in the Leeds game, or Madueke. Anybody else that Nelly would play 1 year in a front 3 with Yokkers. That I've been saying this that Kai Havertz will get trialed at left wing, and I don't know. I don't know if Arteta will do that now, but I agree with you, Dre. I think he wants Kai Havertz and Victor Gyökeres in this team at the same time. I think he does, and Martin Odegaard. So yeah, I can see it. Kai Havertz taking Martinelli's place, keep Gyökeres in the team, and keep Martin Odegaard team. I can see it. I actually can, and it wouldn't surprise me, like you say, Dre, if it happens Saturday against Leeds, Saturday night. AJ James, if Emery was one trophy from a possible 22, would you be saying give Emery this season? Like you say, give Arteta this season. Godfrey, AJ Football Locker Room Banter, Dre, Eros, and they're going to AJ, big up Godfrey every time. AJ, 16 likes. Please smash those likes, people, and subscribe if you already haven't. Working towards 500 now. I'm going to say 500. I know I'm way, way away, miles off yet, but I'm going to say it. Dre, Godfrey at Godfrey. Sang Som, big up my guy. Hope you're well. Not seen you in chat for a long time. Rich, great managers out there. Libris or Glasner are decent. I think Libris, Sunderland manager, used to manage in the Liga, in the French league. I think you might be talking about him. I'm not sure. I don't know. I might have got that completely wrong, but I think you might be. Did he manage in French league? Who was it? It wasn't Brest. Was it Raz? Raz, I think, in French league, a league. I think I can't remember. But I know Sunderland's manager did manage in the French league. So at least Klopp retired, but Arteta is even too smug. He is to do that and piss off an all 100%. So Matt Leeds might have to go at Arsenal. Leeds might have a go at Arsenal now. Yeah, Leeds. My boss is a Leeds fan, and I know loads of Leeds fans, and they're not going to be intimidated by Arsenal. No chance. Leeds United. Their fans are like their 12th man. They get Leeds like they get them rattled up. I'm not looking at Leeds and obviously seeing the Viduka, Rodney Wallace, David Wetherall, Oliver Decore, Nigel Martin, absolute legend, and he's what a shame. Rocky Roadcastle, I don't look at Leeds like that, Ian R, Harry Cure, Jimmy Floyd, I don't look at Leeds like that no more. But I look at Leeds, what will turn up in games. And they the thing is with Leeds United, they're going to be playing like Arsenal, obviously like we're players on Saturday at Emirates. They're going to look at like teams like Arsenal, Newcastle, Man United, Liverpool, City, etc., Chelsea, and they're going to think they should be there every week. They should be playing these teams. They in Leeds' head, they are still a Premier League team. They still believe that's where they belong and never should be allowed to drop out that league. That's how Leeds fans think, and I get that because they just look back at the old history. Leeds are a massive club, massive. Obviously owned by 49ers in shares for or own. You know what I mean? Um, AJ Matthew Arteta will work till the day he is sacked. 100%, 100%. AJ, my guy, absolutely. And then going to Rich 99. Donna Cullen is a wind-up merchant Spurs fan. Well, I have said anybody, and I mean anybody from any club who supports any team is welcome in my chat. Do not say horrible words to people in chat, etc., or just come out with bullshit and things like I keep mentioning. We should apologise to Arteta and all that. That's if you're going to say that, I get it because you're just winding people up and you just want to be like you're trolling a little bit. But more people, who support different clubs. It's great to like. I bet Donna's buzzing. I bet she's so happy that Eze is coming to Tottenham. Can Praj one Rich please don't join the podcast with Yardman. I'm not on no podcast. I'm not. Don't join a podcast with Yardman. I work nights, mate, so just I jump on lives when I can. I'm trying to get on with DJB. We just can't seem to find the right time. Maybe in September. I'm off for a few days, so might be able to jump on with DJB. Shane Gooner and Bruce Banana. I want to go on that one day if they'll have me. Desmond Remy, Man City will still go back in this January. Man City will still go back in this January. I don't know. I don't know. We'll still go back in this January. I'm not sure if you mean that, Desmond. I don't know if you mean go back for Rodrigo. I'm not sure. Any going I Godfrey. K-Prep 1. Rich, please do a joint podcast with Yardman. Oh, Kai Praj 1. I think if that's what you mean, yeah, Yardman's brilliant. He never stops what he's saying, and what he says, that's it. Please do a joint podcast. Yeah, I mean, Yardman don't know me. I don't know, and I've watched him loads of times. Obviously, he just doesn't know me, so it would be at the moment impossible to try and connect with him. Maybe we might connect on another channel. I don't know in future. But yeah, there's loads of people. DJB, Jez Arsenal, Shane Gooner. Dan Potts is good. Yardman, Turkish. There's a lot. There is a lot. Obviously, Southern Gooner, Matty. I've been on with BBK Taran. He's fantastic. Latvian Gooner. I've been on with him. Waffle Don. I've not been on with Waffle yet, but I'm sure I will. But I'm like I say, people. I've just started this in January. I work full-time nights, 4 nights a week. Work comes first. I'm doing other things as well. I just love getting on, talking about Arsenal, talking about football in general, other clubs. And I'm just building. I'm still not even set up fully with my channel yet. I've got a better webcam to use, and yeah, better chair, everything. I'm just doing it as a side hobby at the moment, but I'm trying to put a bit of time into it. But it's not easy when you work full time as well. And I do want to read some of the show some of breaking news, and I am right. 1 hour 24 minutes. I'm wrapping up an hour and a half. Right, I'm going to show you some of these little bits of articles I've seen. Right. So Matt, if Arteta gets sacked, he will take the club to court. AJ, never seen a person with so much power. What a point that is from Sir Matt. And please do go and subscribe to Matt as well, people, if you already haven't. That's a good point. You can see that 100%, Matt. He would. It's like he is untouchable at this football club. K Praj 1, Odegaard, Havertz, Martinelli do not feature in my starting. Absolutely brilliant points. Brilliant points. K Praj 1, 100%. Odegaard, slow us down. Kai Havertz, not a 9, he's not a 10, he's not a left wing, he's not a right wing. Martinelli is done at this football club, and they do not deserve to be in the starting 11. Great points, great points. AJ 20 likes. Rich, huge congratulations on 455 subs. Yeah, 455 subs. Wow, thank you very much, people. Drifting Beamer, laugh my Drifting Beamer. What was wrong with picking Leeds or Barnsley, Doncaster, Huddersfield, Sheffield clubs, York? But well, you know, um, I used to do fitness modeling, and I modelled for Sheff Wednesday Football Club once. I modelled for I think it was 2012 for the catalogue, etc. So Sheff Wednesday, and I know they're in a big mess at the moment, but yeah, Barnsley. I remember of Barnsley, Oakwell. I think it is the player when they were in Premier League. John Redfern, I think he was a striker for Barnsley. I remember him. Um, Jordan Rhodes, Huddersfield, Drifting Beamer. What Ken? From Mumbai. Um, Terry Plows, Mikel Arteta. We won't. We want you to stay. I don't. I definitely don't. Terry Plows, come on, guys. Mikel Arteta can get you second again. This is it. This is it, mate. This is. I've even got an Leeds fan telling me, about Sunday. He said, "Yeah, Arsenal. The one didn't they against Man United. He don't talk much. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, and then and he said, "Oh," I says, "Yeah, we won." I says, "But I don't think we deserve to." He said, "No, you're boring." He said, "Man United were very good." He says, I says, "What? Do you think Arsenal are like boring as well as last season?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I watch Arsenal, and I just don't look at Arsenal like I used to." And that's a Leeds United fan, people. That's a Leeds United fan. I've got Newcastle fans even saying to me at work as well, "Rich, you're boring. You're boring. It's like if you score, that's it. You just don't do anything." Drifting Bremer, who the F is Mikel Arteta? I wish he wanted this club, Drifting. I really do. Drifting Bremer, would he guaranteed yet? Where did you get your coaching badges from? Leeds and Nguna. Rich 99 Arsenal not fussed about Eze going to Spurs. Arteta would not utilise him properly. Anyway, Arsenal have everything in place to fail again for this season. I'm shocked about that ending, Gunnar. I understand what you're saying. Arteta would probably ruin Eze. I think he'd put brakes on him. I know what you mean. He'd be like, right, don't you attack. Do not attack. One thing you don't do is attack, which Eze loves that. So I do agree with that. I'm shocked that you're not shocked. No, sorry, I'm shocked that you're not fussed. But then again, I can see which side you mean it from. And I'm definitely not shocked we ain't got Eze. Nothing shocks me about his football club, people. Disappoints me and frustrates me, but nothing shocks me no more. Peppermint Freedom. Need this to be the year of the demise, as Gunner has said. Drifting Beamer, you ain't Arsenal fans. Peppermint Freedom, Drifting, what do you mean by that? Drifting Beamer, yeah, of the demise, as Gunner said. Peppermint Freedom, what's so funny? Drifting Beamer, you funny. Peppermint Freedom, we need this fraud out, you mutant. Imagine calling someone a mutant. Drifting Beamer, because you ain't that, I do know. Rick Jordan Hyman, you'll never walk alone. Rich, bro. Big up, Jordan. Hope you're well, my guy. Hope you're good. Good to see you in the chat. Liverpool, Isaac. Yes, no. I do want to wrap up, people, but just the chat is quite good at the minute. More people just jumping in who I've not seen, so sometimes it's good to be met. Ken from Mumbai, Peppermint Freedom. You know nothing for okay, Ken. Yeah. Right, where we got? Yeah, Drifting Beamer's gone, people. He's out. Done. He's done. Got rid of him. Bugging me already. Nothing for Jordan. I want to get you on my channel for preview Liverpool Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, Jordan, it's difficult, mate, because I work full-time nights, 4 nights a week, every single week. So I can't predict like and say, right, I'm going to be there at that time. You know what I mean? I just can't. When I jump on my own, obviously, channel, sometimes it can be 7 a.m. in the morning, it could be 1 in the afternoon, it can be 9:30 on a night time if I'm off. But yeah, I do want to jump on other channels, people, but it's not easy. Not a working nights and 4 nights a week. It's I'd like to, but I just can't say right at that time, bang, because I'm doing other things out of this, out of YouTube as well. I've got a few things going on. So yeah, but I appreciate that, man. I really do. It's nice to hear that people want me to join on the channels, and it's good to hear. Please go and subscribe as well, people, to Jordan Hyman. I want to get you on my channel for a period Liverpool v Arsenal, which is not long, people. After Leeds, it's Liverpool away. Government Freedom, yes, Yardman and Rich will be a solid link up. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. Like I said, like with Jordan, that it's good to jump on all people's channels, but we are sounding like a bit ignorant and that. I just can't say, oh yeah, I'll jump on at that time because I work full-time nights. But it's very nice to be, asked. It really is. Freeman, he will cling on to power because he is obsessed with himself. Bottle Jobs TV, I couldn't. Sorry, I couldn't. I doubt it can get us second anymore. I doubt he can get second. I've said it. I've said it. Arsenal's finishing fifth this season, and even with Isaac going to Liverpool potentially, I just think Eddie Howe will get a tune out of his players. He just will. Because I think Chelsea will finish third, Liverpool second, and Man City first. Remember Freedom, he was trying to cause trouble. That moved. Yeah, I blocked him. People gone. And the other day there was someone, and I can't remember it was. Um, he called someone to see you next Tuesday, and I do apologise. I should have blocked him like a dickhead. I didn't, but anything like that now, I'm just going to get rid and block. Here he is. Look, Robbo's here. Latvian Guna, why can I not type in the chat? Latvian Guna removes half of the messages. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Big up Rich, big up Latvian, big up Robbo, my guy. Please go and subscribe to Latvian Guna, people, if you haven't. That guy's getting close to 1K. Government Freedom, big up LG. Right. Latvian Guna, Pepper. Right. Just some of these things today, and I am going to wrap up, people. So let's just say just some things that I've seen, some things where I'm like, well, I didn't expect to see that. Which one should I start with first? Start with this. This, right. So this is what Mark Clattenburg said, ex-Premier League referee. Mark Clattenburg. So all these fans, which I already seen it straight away when we played Man United, they were making excuses. All these obsessed Arteta fans with PGMOL, etc. They jumped on Twitter and it was straight away excuses. So Mark Clattenburg on Arsenal's winner v Manchester United. When you watch it in slow motion, you can see Mason Mount as his shirt pulled, and Alte Berendaye was being impeded. PGMOL said they would punish this type of challenge more, but again, they failed. Well, I'm not one who, even if it's against us or for us, I just think just play football and put the ball in the net and take 3 points. I don't make excuses. Oh, that should have been a red card, etc. Sometimes I look at it and think, well, it should have been, but I don't hold things like that. I just don't. So there's that one. Right, let me just see. So the next, where is it? So that's going. Right, there's 3 more things, people. Just want to show you. Right. This one. I'm sure people's, you know what I mean? I'm sure people's seen this anyway, but this is the next one. Daily FC. Arsenal via Jakub Kivior as an important player, and so while Porto remain interested, it is not an easy deal. Right. So basically, as an important player, so to me, that means that we're probably going to see Kivior maybe stay, and they will just probably, I don't know, keep him, and then let's say January, right, we want to sell him. We want to sell him. Next minute, Kivior, 18 million. When right now, people, as always, we could probably get a straight 30 million for Jakub Kivior. But no, it's just not the way we move. There's something not right about this club. I don't know. I do not know who is, because I thought, Tim Lewis, the co-chair of Arsenal Football Club, I thought, is it him? Is it him doing it? Is this somebody behind who we don't know about, who, when Arsenal try and present a player to a different team, and is it the way they talk, the first words? Is it the way they reply on a first email? Something's not right. Daily FC, Arsenal are hoping to sell several players, but have made limited progress this far. Potential buyers will be hoping Arsenal will blink first and reduce their demands, and the game of brinkmanship continues. So I mean, yeah, I mean, man, it's it's just not acceptable. It's not. You cannot be. You just can't be a big football club and keep doing this. You just can't. It's simple as that. And the last one, which we already know anyway, and then I am going to wrap up 2 minutes after people when I've seen people's comments, is this, which the news, which not shocked at all, but I'm gutted and I'm annoyed. And there we go. It's near enough in writing. Tottenham Hotspur have now reached an agreement in principle with Crystal Palace over Ebrici Eze. Ben Jacobs. Wow. Wow. So there you go, people. That is our window near enough wrapped up, and probably going to get a left winger. Right. Excuse me. I'm just going to read the rest of these, and then I'm out, people. Work's calling. Night shift incoming. Bottle Jobs TV. Please go and subscribe to Bottle Jobs TV as well, people, if you already haven't. I don't think Chelsea will finish above us, but City and Liverpool, yeah, defo. If Chelsea's a million attackers click, and they can be strong in midfield, and the defence is decent, which I don't think they've got a world-class centre-back, and Sanchez in the goalkeeper, I'm shocked they've gone for Donnarumma. If that all comes together, which it's if and buts, of course it is in football. It's if and buts in football, good scenario, bad scenario, then I think they will, because they've got so much firepower. Peppermint Freedom, six of one and half a dozen of the other for me. Yep. Peppermint Freedom. Yeah, Peppermint. It's like, is it? That happened that day. But yeah, if that were us, these fans were obsessed with it, they'd be on it all the time. You've messed our season up. Look what's happened. It's same again. PTMOL, they hate us. Everybody hates us. VAR, it's all fixed against Arsenal. That's all you'll get. Peppermint Freedom, Cunha also for fouling Zubi in that same corner. Yep, absolutely. Waffle Don, big up Waffle, big up my guy. Hope you well. Please go and subscribe, people, to Waffle please go and subscribe to Waffle Don if you already haven't, which, as I always say, I know you would have. Big up Rich and the chat. Waffle Don, sell him. Yeah, sell him. Absolutely sell him. 100%. Make money, man. What's Arsenal Football Club doing? It's an embarrassment. It's laughable. Latvian Gunnar, remember Arteta said, don't settle for second, and now Odegaard says second isn't a failure. Yeah, it's changed, Latvian. It's changed, Robbo, my guy. It's just laughable, mate. It really is. It's just that's what I mean. It's like, oh, it's changed now. You can say that. Yeah, you can say that. Don't worry about that. My love child can say it, so everybody else can say it. Latvian Gunnar, big up abs. Good evening, Latvian Guna, Waffled on, Latvian Guna, Peppermint Freedom. Disgraceful that they are obsessed with this Odegaard, who is a second-rate player, not good enough for Arsenal yet. And Martin Odegaard, I've said it so many times, is the weakest captain in football. That's what I say. On that, people, absolute brilliant chat. Thank you very much. It's been great. There's been new people in the chat, and please smash the likes and subscribe, people. Thank you very much who've subscribed as well. And yeah, I'm out. I'm off for the next 2 days. And just before I finish, I would love to jump on other people's chat, on channels. Sorry, I could have said I've been on Robbo's, Latvian Gooners, been on BBK's, not been on Waffled on and everything. But it's not easy when you're working nights, 4 nights a week, full time, because you just don't know. You don't know when they're going to be on or if you're going to be on. But I'd love to. But I am off in September for a few days, so maybe that is the time I can jump on people's chats. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your day, and it's a 3 out of 10 window. Because Robbo, as he mentioned it, which we all know this anyway, but you sometimes forget. I definitely didn't take in consideration. We haven't sold nobody, and you always have to think of that. And that's what Robbo said. That is what he said. Latvian Guna, you have to think of we've sold as well, and that's 0. So that's where the numbers dropped down for me, because it was like a 5. Or no, I'll win for a 6 if we decide Gyökeres. But then, as soon as Latvian Guna mentioned it, you think, of course, the numbers have to go down, the marks, let's just say, when you haven't sold a player. So the window right now is a 3 out of 10, even with Gyökeres, people, even with a player where I've been calling for, why haven't we signed a striker this window? That's all we need, etc., etc., etc. And we've got one of the best strikers in the world currently, with his goal record, etc., in demand striker. And here we are saying our window, me personally, is a 3 out of 10, because we still need a left winger. We still need a replacement, I would say, definitely now for Martin Odegaard, and we haven't sold nobody. Eros, damn rich, putting in work, had to leave a bit and he's still on. Yeah, I'm off though, Eros. It's time to go, my guy. Night shift calling in about 4 hours. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your day, and 3 out of 10, not shocked. As always, never fully maximise and complete a window with Arteta. Get out of this club. Get out of this club. New owners needed. That's the only problem. Sorry, that is the only way. New owners change all this. And I just don't know how we're going to get it. I really don't know.